Ever wondered what makes a design visually appealing? Whether it's a captivating advertisement, an immersive website, or a memorable logo, the secret lies in the fundamental principles and elements of design. These key aspects form the backbone of graphic design, and understanding them can be the difference between a good design and a great design. When you think about graphic design, you might picture vibrant colors, unique fonts, and stunning images. While these elements play a significant role, there's much more behind the scenes. The magic of design lies in how these components are arranged and interact with each other. This is where design principles and elements come into play. These principles and elements are the building blocks of design. They guide how we arrange and manipulate the visual components to communicate a specific message effectively. From the layout of a web page to the color scheme of a brand logo, these principles and elements are at work, creating a visual language that resonates with the audience. The key components of graphic design include composition and layout, color theory, typography, imagery and illustration, as well as balance, contrast, and harmony. Each of these components plays a pivotal role in creating designs that not only look good, but also communicate effectively. Composition and layout, for instance, determine how elements are arranged within a design space. A well-composed design creates a visual hierarchy, guiding the viewer's eye and conveying the intended message effectively. Meanwhile, color theory allows us to understand how different hues interact with each other and how they can be used to evoke specific emotions or reactions. Typography, on the other hand, is the art of arranging typefaces, fonts, and text within a design. It plays a crucial role in communicating the message and can greatly impact the overall aesthetics of a design. And let's not forget about balance, contrast, and harmony. These principles ensure that the design elements coexist harmoniously, creating a cohesive and visually appealing design. In the world of design, understanding these principles and elements is like having a secret weapon. It equips you with the knowledge and skills to create visually appealing and effective designs that communicate their intended messages. So, are you ready to unlock the secrets of design? Now, let's dive into the key components of graphic design, starting with composition and layout. Composition and layout, two crucial aspects of graphic design. But what exactly are they? Well, they determine how elements are arranged within a design space. A well-composed design creates a visual hierarchy, guiding the viewer's eye and conveying the intended message effectively. Let's start with the rule of thirds. Picture a grid dividing your design space into 9 equal parts. Now, placing key elements along these grid lines or at their intersections helps create balance and visual interest. This rule is a favorite among photographers and artists, and for a good reason. It's a simple yet effective way to enhance your design's appeal. Next up, we have the golden ratio. This mathematical concept can make your designs aesthetically pleasing. It's all about proportion. The golden ratio can help you determine the ideal placement of elements, such as text blocks and images. Using this ratio can lend a natural, organic feel to your designs, making them more attractive to the eye. Finally, let's talk about grid systems. These provide a structured framework for organizing content. They help maintain consistency, alignment, and readability throughout a design. You might have heard of the 12-column grid or the modular grid. These are just examples of commonly used grid systems. They can be a lifesaver when you're trying to create a clean, organized design. So why are composition and layout so important? Well, they're like the backbone of your design. They create a structure that holds everything together. Without a well-thought-out composition and layout, your design might not effectively communicate its intended message. It could be visually overwhelming or confusing to the viewer. But remember, composition and layout are not one-size-fits-all solutions. They are tools to help you create effective designs. Consider them, use them, but don't be afraid to break the rules when necessary. After all, creativity often lives outside the lines. Mastering composition and layout can significantly enhance your design's visual appeal. But there's more to design than just structure. Next up, color theory. Color, it's more than just a visual element. It can evoke emotions, convey meaning, and establish brand identities. To understand the role of color in design, we must first look at the color wheel. An essential tool for designers, the color wheel illustrates the relationship between primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, secondary colors, which are created by mixing two primary colors, and tertiary colors formed by mixing primary and secondary colors. The color wheel also helps us understand different color schemes. Complementary colors, for instance, sit directly opposite each other on the wheel and create a vibrant contrast when used together. Analogous colors, on the other hand, are next to each other on the wheel and create a harmonious blend. Triadic colors are evenly spaced around the wheel and offer a balanced yet lively color scheme. Beyond the wheel, color psychology plays a critical part in design. Different colors can influence our emotions and perceptions. Warm colors like red and orange are associated with energy and excitement, while cool colors like blue and green evoke calmness and serenity. It's no coincidence that many fast food logos utilize red to stimulate appetite and urgency, or that hospitals often use blue to convey cleanliness and tranquility. Finally, let's talk about color harmony. It's all about creating a balanced, aesthetically pleasing color scheme. You can achieve color harmony by using variations of a particular color, known as tints, shades, and tones. The concept of color temperature also plays a part in this. Warm colors tend to advance or pop out, while cool colors tend to recede or blend in. A good understanding of color theory can help you create visually impactful and emotionally resonant designs. But what about the words in your design? That's where typography comes in. Typography, the art of arranging typefaces, fonts, and text within a design. It's all about communication. It's how we make words not only readable, but also visually appealing, and how we guide the reader's attention to key pieces of information. Let's start with the types of typefaces. We have serif fonts, characterized by small lines or strokes attached to larger strokes of a letter. These are classic and traditional, often used in print. Then we have sans serif fonts, which lack these additional strokes. They offer a clean, modern look. Script fonts mimic handwriting and add a personal touch, while display fonts are used for large-scale, impact-driven purposes, like in headlines or posters. Choosing the right typeface depends on several factors. The legibility of a font, its readability, and its appropriateness for the intended message all play a crucial role. In other words, your font choice should align with your overall design concept, and it should be easy to read. Now let's talk about typographic hierarchy. This is the system of organizing type that helps guide the reader's attention to where it needs to go. It's about creating contrast between elements of text. This can be achieved through varying font sizes, weights, and spacing. For instance, a headline might be in a larger, bolder font, while subheadings and body text are progressively smaller and lighter. Lastly, we have kerning, leading, and tracking. Kerning is the process of adjusting the space between individual letters to achieve a balanced and visually pleasing result. Leading, on the other hand, refers to the vertical space between lines of text. It's crucial for readability. And then there's tracking, which is the process of adjusting the overall spacing of a group of letters or blocks of text. So, you see, typography isn't just about picking a cool font. It's a complex art that, when mastered, can greatly enhance the readability and aesthetics of your design. And with that, we've covered the key principles and elements of graphic design. So, we've explored the key principles and elements of graphic design: composition and layout, color theory, and typography. In our journey through the landscape of graphic design, we started with composition and layout. We discovered how crucial it is to arrange elements within our design space effectively. This arrangement guides the viewer's eye, creating a visual hierarchy that communicates our intended message. We delved into the rule of thirds, the golden ratio, and grid systems, all vital tools for achieving a well-composed design. Then, we ventured into the world of color theory. Color is not just about making a design attractive. It's a powerful communicator, evoking emotions and establishing brand identities. We looked at the color wheel and the relationships between primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. We also explored color psychology and how different colors can influence emotions and perceptions. And of course, we couldn't overlook typography, the art of arranging typefaces, fonts, and text within a design. We learned that typography is not just about making text readable. but it plays a crucial role in communication and can greatly impact the overall aesthetics of a design. We examine different typeface categories and factors to consider when choosing typefaces. These principles and elements aren't just theoretical concepts to be memorized. They are meant to be understood, mastered, and applied. They form the backbone of graphic design, enabling us to create visually appealing and effective designs that communicate our intended messages. Remember, good design is more than just making things look pretty. It's about communication, and these principles and elements are your tools to do just that. Happy designing!